are specifically developed for adult ed. So these were developed through the Office of Community Technical and Adult Education, specifically for adult ed, for what you all do, what we do, to make sure that our adults are prepared to go on to post-secondary education if they choose, or into employment. That's why they call it the College and Career Readiness Standards. This will give you a guide to support everything we do in adult ed, to support GED preparation, to support the high school diploma option program, to support us contextualizing and integrating our instruction into training, for example, the career pathways. Okay? How many is aware of career pathways? That's a joke. I know every one of you. So it's something we're really pushing out. This will help support. This helps gives us the framework to ensure that we are providing targeted skills to our students to make them successful in everything that they do. And then there's the assessments that we use in adult ed. This will make sure that our students are prepared to be successful on those assessments. And you've heard me say before, success breeds success. And if we have success with our students, we're going to have more people coming into our program. So we're going to increase enrollment, we're going to increase academic performance, and we're going to increase the outcomes. That's the GED attainment, high school equivalency, the HSO program. And then with career pathways, that gives us the option that we've never had before. We can simultaneously prepare students for a GED or for the high school option program, and then also give them skills, technical skills, to help them be employed. So it accelerates the process. That's the beauty of all this. Okay? Now we provided some additional funding for you on the career pathways. Since I mentioned career pathways, I'm going to take an opportunity to kind of share with you some things that we're doing there. So this money is seed money to get you started on doing career pathways. But it's not something that's going to be continued. We're looking at our budgets constantly. I don't know if we'll be able to continue some funding, but it doesn't mean that career pathway ends. It means that now you take an opportunity to look at other funding sources out there. Through our career centers, we have money to support education and training. Okay? Through Pell Grant, ability to benefit, that's available for anybody in a career pathway program. So that gives you a funding stream. And then obviously within our areas, our region, business and industry, get them to support. You have DHR that has more money than anybody in the state of Alabama. DHR gets millions of dollars compared to other agencies. So there's a lot of money out there for SNAP and benefits. Take advantage of all those funding sources. And let's show them that we have quality product teaching the standard. And if we can show them, we're going to ensure that each and every student coming through our doors gets the skills and abilities to get a job or be successful in training. That's a win-win situation. And people will invest money in it, I guarantee you. Okay? But we've got to make sure that we produce a good quality product and we sell what we do on a daily basis. Be proud of what you do. No one else does it as well as you. No one else does it the state but us. We're working with adults that fell through the cracks in the K-12 system. We're getting them up to where they can be successful. And you all are part of it. So thank you for everything you do and enjoy the next 2 days. And I'm going to turn it over to this great team that's assembled here. All right, Tony, take it off.
Thank you, David.
Everybody ready?
Ready.
All right. Well, anyway. Well, I'm going to let each individual introduce themselves. I was part of the plan and instruction team. This was a great way of 2 work groups here at the state level coming together for the greater good of the state. But most of the work for this particular training was done by this team. So I'm going to let them introduce who they are, where they're from, and position. Okay, I got you.
Good morning. I am Sharon Walker, and I'm the Director of Adult Ed at Ingram State Technical College.
Good morning. I am Tracy Howard, and I am an instructor at Lawson State Community College. And the good thing about me, David did my presentation. So,
Good morning. I'm Benita Gross, and I'm with Northwest Shoals Community College, and I'm an instructor.
Good morning, I'm Kristen Bovo, and I'm the site coordinator at Shelton State Community College.
Good morning, I'm Lula Snowden. I'm the Adult Education Director at Wallace Community College, Selma.
And I'm Linda Lipsy. I'm with Wallace State Hanceville. I'm the instructional coordinator there.
I'm Adrian Spears. I'm the Adult Education GD Director at District State.
And unfortunately, I'm stepping in for Wendy, who is the adult education specialist here at Alabama Community College System. I just ask that you guys keep her in your prayers because she was not feeling well, so we hope that she gets better, i.e. you got me, sorry. I'm not just kidding. Just a couple of things before we get started as far as housekeeping. Everybody know where the bathroom is? Okay, if you don't, ask somebody. The other thing is that for those of you who are technology driven, if you want to write this down, we have the Wi-Fi code. The login is PSE guess, all lowercase letters. And it's I believe the password is RTS, all capital letters, GST, small letters, 2010, exclamation point. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so that is if you are wanting that, need that. Okay, so over here we have a board that says parking lot. Each one of you should have received some Post-its. During this training, any question that you may have, put your name on the back of the Post-it, but put your question on the Post-it, and that is our parking lot. We will try our best to answer as many questions that you may have as you come across them during this training process. Some within this 2 days. We'll try to group it together and answer those questions in a timely manner. If we don't have an answer for something, we will definitely get back with you. After this particular training, we probably will put together some frequently asked questions as well that were everybody, so everybody has the opportunity to get their questions answered. So if you don't have any Post-it notes, please let us know. We'll make sure you get some. The other thing is that we want to go ahead and thank the Directors Association and also ALAPSIC. They are the individuals who are supporting our food. You know, I like to eat. For those of you who don't know me, I do like to eat. So I want to make sure I thank the people providing the food today. So thank you very, very much for your support of what we are doing. I know that everybody here got real comfortable, and then I told you a good lie, and I do apologize. I told you to sit with the people from your school, but unfortunately everyone has a name tag. If you don't, raise your hand because you need one. We have one up here. Boy, yeah, come on. Put your hand, and one back there. Everybody needs a name tag. And yeah, are we on? Okay. So grab your things, grab your personals. We are going to be sitting according to the color that's on your name tag. It's a dot on there. So go around and we're gonna go for the colors. Where's the sample thing? We need the color sheet to say which ones. So let's just go. Okay. Red up here, red up here. Red sits here. Red sits there. Green sits here. Here you go, Charlie. Take that picture.
Okay, purple here. Purple here. The other color, red, green. Okay. Now, do you all know each other? Are you sure? Okay, well, pink here. Pink here. Pink here. Let's put black here. Black at this table. Black. Let's start blue here. So give me black at this table and blue here. Blue here. So black and blue. What's your color? Okay. Yellow here. Yellow. What color am I missing? What color is it? Blue. Over there. Purple right here. Pink. There's a lot of pictures. Okay, let me tell you. What's your color? It's 16 over there. It should be 8. Red, raise your hand in the front. Everybody will sign. What color is this? So overflow. Nuh-uh. Okay. So you made this overflow table. Yes.
We spent how they did that extra fold. Did she, so there she is. And they've got a couple more. Okay. And thank you for assisting me.
No problem.
Yeah, they moving, they moving. Okay, everybody, so everybody now is reseated. Thank you very much. As you can see, as the interim MC, I don't know what I'm doing. But y'all working with me, so that's a good thing. So quickly, we're just gonna go over the 2 days, training, what we plan to do. This is a 2-day training event. It's from 9 to 4 today. Primarily, we're gonna talk about ELA and literacy. Tomorrow is for the mathematicians. And we will be starting early, so you guys can try to get out of here early. So if you can be here on time, that would be great. So that's from tomorrow, 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. We already introduced the training team. We already talked to the general housekeeping. This is a train the trainer. So the plan moving forward is for you to become the experts in your area. Train the trainer means we expect for you to go back and work with the other instructors who are not able to be here in your program and provide this information. And when we get to the end of day tomorrow, we will also talk about what our plan is as a state to go around the state and help administer those trainings in a regional approach. This is a required training for all did everybody see that? All AE instructors and directors. It's a required training because we actually have to make sure we have a statewide implementation plan of standards. That is what we have to have for the federal government. We expect for the full implementation to be started by March the 31st. So we don't have a lot of time, but you do have time to digress and kind of come up, and then we will move forward in as a statewide approach as to how we plan to do this to make sure that we have full statewide implementation by that day. So this is all the names. So once again, I would like to give them a round of applause because they're working with me. Thank you, ladies, very, very much.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, I'm pressing too fast.
Hold on.
Video.
Hold on. Yeah, didn't do what I wanted to do, but let me fix it real quick.
While he's getting that together, if everybody will just stand up, let's stretch your hand around for a long day, and we're just going to try to start it off with a little bit of a relaxed mode. It's going to be fun. Whether we like it or not. So we've got a video that we're going to show, sort of an icebreaker type thing, but we want you to go through with it and follow the ladies' instructions as she goes through.
You're good.
I was asked to put the light, put those. Can't make the screen any bigger, can you?
I cannot. That's the limitation of the projector. Ready?
I want you to think about the last time you had a really good laugh. Same sea of blank faces I see from coast to coast. We're going to do a little research because, boy, NACU's all about research and education. And so what we're going to do here is on the count of 3, if you're physically able, I'll ask you to stand. If not, do this from a seated position. But on the count of 3, stand, and then facing me, I want you to just take a deep breath. And then I want you to put the shape of a smile on your face. For the purpose of this research, this does not have to be a real smile, okay? I will give you one last set of instructions, and then you can sit down and groan loudly, and we will give you the reasons for this research. All right, count of 3. 1, 2, 3, stand. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Now put the shape of a smile on your face. And I need to see teeth. I don't care if they're yours. Okay. Now, last set of instructions. Turn and make eye contact with the victim to your left or right. And now sit down, groaning loudly. is great. This is great. This is great. All right, two things here. One, now everybody has a tool. If you had to leave right this minute, and please don't, but if you had to leave right now, you would have a tool. The next time you go back to work and you're sitting at your desk and you think, if one more person puts one more thing on my desk, I'm going to have to snatch them bald-headed. Now all you have to do is facing your entryway, doorway, or hallway, sitting or standing, just do this. Because the next person to walk in and see you looking like this, they're going to know that now is not the time to bother you. You can play with your pain. You can be intentional. Doing little exercises. Here's another one that you may have known, you just forgot you knew it. Hold out your right thumb and forefinger about an inch apart. Close your left eye. Now find someone's head across the room. Bring your thumb and forefinger together and squish. They don't even know they were hit. Oh. It's amazing. It's amazing. Or just give us a smile today. Too much, give us a smile.
There you go.
Is it not working?
What are college career readiness? What does it mean? I'm not going to read everything to you on these different slides. Basically, it refers to the content, knowledge, skills, and habits that the students should possess when they are to be successful in the post-secondary training and be to sustain a career. I'm sorry. I'm going to work my foot. Can you hear me? That's good. Okay. A student who is ready for college and career readiness can qualify for and succeed in entry-level, credit-bearing college courses without the need for remedial or developmental work. So that's what we mean when we say you're preparing college and career readiness. And the overview of the standards, the subset of the Common Core standards, which I'm sure we've all heard of. Standards that are relevant to adult learners to achieve that college and career readiness. Need for the standards in adult learning. Need for adult learning, but standards in adult learning. Can you hear me?
She has to speak into
Can
it.
you hear me now? All right, then notice it says that it's a large discrepancy, approximately about 4 grade levels. That's a lot. When you talk about a discrepancy, you're talking in 4 grade levels of the materials that's being used currently in our high schools and college courses. So adult ed needs to better prepare those adult learners to for the reality of the workforce and for post-secondary training. In order to do that, we have to be aligned with the college career readiness standards and teach those skills identified. And I want to go back to one thing that Tony said, when she said we don't have much time. Don't feel like you should be in a panic or your instructor should be in a panic, because one thing we noticed in going through this training, most of our instructors are doing what's asked here. We're just not documenting, and we're not making sure that the students are a part of their planning. So that's one thing. Don't feel panicky because it's March 31st. We're already doing it. We're just going to align it so that everybody in the state is doing it the same way. What are standards? Basically what the students should be doing. They describe the knowledge and the skills that they should have for completion of an instructional program, and they serve as a foundation for designing curriculum, instruction, and assessment. This is the functions of the standards. Provide clear expectations for the students. A lot of times students enter our classes, they don't have a clue why they're there. And we need to make sure that they have a clear expectation. Provide them with the curriculum and the instruction. Provide them with focus and direction so that it will lead to preparation for college and career. And provide a framework for creating professional development for your instructional staff. Stop me at any time if you have any questions, though. What do standards not do? I'm going to let you take a minute to read that. This is what the standards do not do. At this time, I'm going to ask Tracy to come up. Are you ready? Yes, for you? These are the subject areas, math and English language arts. Science and social studies has not been put together with this yet. All of us that you see as your trainers today attended either one or both of these sections. And today, as we said, you'll be going over your ELA, and tomorrow will be your math. So those are the two areas that we'll be working with as of today and tomorrow.
Okay, today's focus, the CCR standard, ELA, literacy. So you all have had it set up. Thanks to them that she provided a document and you went to this training. So now today is just gonna really be fun and reinforcing and giving you some tools that you can go back and utilize with the students and have them to become familiar with the standard. Now, I used them in my class and I had some students that asked me, Miss Howard, why are we doing this? I said, so you can check and make sure I'm teaching you what you need to know. So that's what you can take back to the student. I am giving you the standards so you will know exactly what you need to know. Now, David stated in the beginning that this is just a what for us? Anybody? Good, thank you. A framework. This is just a framework for you. They stated we're already doing it, right? We're already doing it. But we have guidelines that we need to go back. So I'm going to give her this 5x7 frame because that's all it is a framework. Now, she takes the picture, right? She takes the picture and develops it and put whatever she wants to in the frame, correct? Only thing, she can't take a 8x10, right, and put it in that frame. So the standards are framework. You take what you have, take what you've been doing, use it, just don't cut it all up and make it fit. You know, so this is what it's about. The language arts content defines the skills students need to demonstrate within the 4 language strands of reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and language. ELA standards contain foundational reading standards for students in levels A through C. And the 3 significant shifts in instruction of language arts and literacy: complexity, evidence, and knowledge. Okay, so before we go any further, we all went through the training, right? Can anybody tell me, when we talk about complexity, through your training, just some knowledge that you gained? And since I'm getting the boring, what's your name? What's your name? What your name is? Oh, what's down? Okay. Okay. High level of vocabulary. Good. Some other things that you got. A high level of vocabulary. And let's not just talk about complexity. Some things that you gain from evidence and building knowledge. Rigor, good. Okay, good. Okay. So you're exactly right. It said complexity. Regular practice with complex texts and their academic languages. Maybe I should wait on my PowerPoint. So, connecting the standards to key advances, and these are your 3 shifts. The structures are, we have the 4 strands, as we just stated in the beginning, the reading, the writing, the speaking, the listening, and the language. You have your anchors, and then it's level specific standards. So A being your K through first, and it increases to E being the highest level. And I just kind of conflicted when I looked at it, because normally we think of A being the highest level, right? So it was just good just going through, taking the time to get that knowledge. Okay? Okay, so this is where it starts. Text complexity is regular practice with complex text in academic language. So it said rather than focusing solely on the reading skills and writing, the ELS standards highlight the growing complexity of text. Students must be ready for the demands of college, careers, and life. So all we're really doing is what? What are we doing? Just getting them ready for life, right? Getting them ready to enter into the workforce, getting them ready to attend college. So we need to increase. We know from working with our students, some of our students come in what? Most of our students come in where? Very low. But what the standards are telling us is we need to work with those students to increase so they can be successful in the workplace, be successful in college and career. So it's just a framework. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Evidence, it said reading and writing grounded in evidence, and then building knowledge through content-rich nonfiction.
I was going to add today, you have the opportunity to read information and text complexity, evidence, building knowledge, all of that will be a part of some activities that we have.
So, with the advance, what they want you to do is engage with complex text. So search out text. Now, we say in the beginning, they may start at a lower level. I've had to print out materials at maybe 1st or 2nd grade level, right? Starting out. But what I tell students is, in that reading, because if you really watch your students and pay attention, they struggle with 1st and 3rd grade materials. So in that reading, you take down vocabulary out of the reading. You try to read for comprehension. You focus your reading. And as they learn more, I can do what with the assignments? Just build and just increase. So this is what it's trying to get you to do. It's to extract and impart evidence and then build their knowledge. Connecting the CC standards to key advances. Becoming familiar with the CC standards for ELA and how the standards are organized. Learning how to tightly link the standards to one another. Understand in concrete terms how the standards are connected to the 3 advances. And that's what we'll be doing today. We'll come from the table because I know this is kind of boring when we go through the PowerPoint. So in a few minutes, we'll start actually writing, walking around, and moving so we can get just a feel of the standard. Some of us are what? Kinesthetic learners. We have to feel it and touch it in order. So we'll start. Okay, there's something now. Woo. So now it's time. If you would look at your table, you should have a folder with an activity in it. It's called nicknaming the standard. And so we have some table captains. Would you raise your hand and I just give your captain. Also, in the blue folder, can I give one team captain to take the directions out for the table? It's the blue.
You touched it, no. You touched it.
Yeah.
It's not a hot potato, y'all. Put it First thing, I had a few questions. First thing, make sure you do the first direction of circling your word. And then, since we have so many at the table, you might want to divide into twos. This is just a suggestion, and take a couple of standards and work on for the second part.
So we're 15 for 2.
Yeah.
So this is teamwork.
Yes. Remember, no wrong answers. No wrong answers. However you want to nickname it, no wrong answers. Just agree on it.
That's what, if I make you, if you see that and think of me, or if you see me and think of a standard one, based on the keyword
One other thing, the first table to complete the assignment, please let your team captain know, your table captain know. The first table to complete the assignment, let your captain know. You're done?
Somebody at this table, 2 people work on the reading, then 2 people work on something else, so divide
We're going to look at reading it at the back. So basically you're thinking of maybe a very short way to say, everybody take your page based on their phrases. How many teachers at the table? Everybody writes.
Yeah, she works at the yes, she works up there with Johnson.
So you're thinking about how can I summarize something? How can I find the main idea or main point? Just in a couple of words.
Excuse me 1 minute. Let's do the first one together so that everybody kind of be on. And let us know when we're leading y'all down the dark path. Let us know. Because, you know, we saw some faces and we're walking around, we heard, okay, well, what's what? Let's do the first one together under reading. Let's do the first one. The anchor in 1 says, read closely to determine what text says explicitly and to make logical inferences from it. Cite specific textual evidence when writing or speaking to support conclusions drawn from the text. First of all, what words did you circle for step 1? What words in that particular anchor did you circle or underline? Okay. Support, draw. Anybody else?
Okay, so this is the nickname I came up with. Pay close attention. That's just a nickname. So you can actually call them anything. Some people name them a movie. Some people name them some gems, the diamond standard. You can come up, there's no wrong answer. We won't have any wrong answers. It's just trying to get familiar with the standards, okay? So did that help?
So if you were going to read closely and determine what the text says explicitly and all that, you'd have to pay close attention. And I heard you mention something about what's drawn from the text. You have to pay close attention to get those. So that's just a nickname. Name it how you want to, but after underlining those important words that you pick out, give it a nickname.
You could each take a page.
So they said, why don't you
Split it up. I couldn't think of the answers. Yeah. Dr.
So you're on the right track, purpose,
Just to tell y'all, and this is what I've been telling all the time, the way you want to operate this, how can I use it? How can I use it to get it across your student? How can the student understand? So, I got a couple degrees, and I don't understand. so make it user friendly for you and for the student. The purpose is, and like she said, the purpose so everything can be consistent. You may write this on your PO, or well, I'm telling you the secret. You don't give POs, but you may write this may be on your PO, but you can still say I use a consumable thing, blah blah blah. But it covers this standard, and the standard is really saying close reading and and that's it. You have to make it a standard work for you. If you try to, okay, I'll take it the way I learned. How do you eat an elephant? Anybody know? How do you eat it? By the time you can't, this standard is too big for you to try to say, well, I want you to read closer to determine what the text explicitly says. To a student, what are you going to say? What does this text say? You're not going to say explicitly all that. You're not going to use the terminology. So when you read a story, you can just say, well, what does this text say? This is the standard you're going to write down, but you're going to tell the student what does this text say. Look, make it easy for you for the student. All right, wordy lip.
Because this was the rules. Yeah, I think this one's more about that makes sense. Nobody's paying attention. It's going to be interpretation. Well, one teacher Ask questions. Ask questions.
I think this is if it started with page 2, so page 2.
There's 4 sheets, I guess is what I'm saying. They did last sheet, we're gonna take third. While you're on the road. We're on 4, we're still. We're on 3. And y'all on 4? Where it says under the CCR. It wouldn't have been what I would have done. I just don't know. We said, what we're doing is we only do one between those two.
Did I show you this? I've been this great mom with a singer that's, kids and singing. I have cried since I've been labor. My baby's on this. He's great. I got it in the mail. It's my son. Got it in the mail and I thought, I'm a tough mom. I've been through it. I got those proofs out and it's told me no. It's terrible. These are just a few they have sent to mail that the school has. Yeah, they did. And I have he actually has a photographer there so she's just showing up random places to his games and things. I take pictures of him. Joe comes up with we laugh at that one. That's what happens to our graduation speech. As a table. I do too.
Look and see if you have yeah, make sure you have them all. Yeah.
I want him to live. I want him to live like not tell me you know that you call mama and I don't care where it is, I will be there. If I have to swing across the ocean.
Who's the captain? I think we're gonna go out of that. Who's the captain?
It's been amazing. I have to just honestly, but this exactly. And so when people I want to show you that. I think if they understand the main point of this exercise, and that's like I was sharing with the tabletop. This exercise here is no different than I've got these standards, and I've got how can I tell you about them in 1 or 2 words? How can I tell you about Anchor Standard 5 in 1 or 2 words and still be living out? So it's like, it's to help with quick recall. So there's not a wrong answer. I'll let them know when it's over. Just I'll say, well, I'll do the same before. She wanted to call.
Okay, we're going to give everyone about 2 minutes to wrap up, and then we'll start reporting out.
Well, everybody's getting theirs. Everybody's down to choose one that makes more sense to you. That's what I'm. Oh, I have no.
I like you supporting care.
Cartoon characters.
Check your pages and see if you have it. Don't take your friends. I don't have. That's horrid up there. Your pages bad.
Summarize what they said. I had a user viewpoint. This is his report.
Oh, so bad then. All right.
Number 7, what you want to
If we're right.
read along.
Hey, did everybody have the same thing? The same answer, the same thing? Same anchor for
So AJ, you know which table finished first?
Number 10, read along. We do
Language number 1, Amanda speaks well, Amanda writes
Oh, no, we're not first. No, we're not first.
Be careful what you ask for.
we're not first.
We're first. We don't want to go first.
Okay.
We were, you can go on.
Okay,
raise your hand if you finished first.
We finished strong.
We did, but we told y'all we through.
So we got 2 tables. I think I know 2 tables. And it's a number between 1 and 30. No, it was between the two tables.
I think he goes first.
I think we was finished first too.
1, 2, 3. Now, no add on.
Thank you.
No add on.
We was though.
That's all right.
Okay, they said 7.
They go next.
Okay, this table next.
27.
Between, okay, 27. 15. This table win. I was thinking of February 24th, my birthday, so everybody bring their birthday gift. February 24th. So this table. Oh, don't do that. Okay. Your prize.
Yeah, they were over. Right, they went over.
They went over. February 24th, but it was closer to 24th. Okay, good. So we have the extra answers to these standards. However, I thought this was just such a fun activity, so I would like to hear some of the nicknames you came up with. So if we would just divide up maybe a table, one table, give us reading, then one table, give us the speaking and listening. So let's do the 3 tables at one. 1, 2, 3. And this is for anything else you want. Okay, so we're going to let the table share the ball here. So we're going to give some of the nicknames that we came up with.
The nicknames for the reading, for number 1, Anchor 1, pay very close attention. Anchor 2, get to the main point and sum up. Anchor 3, interaction. Anchor 4, define and break down. Anchor 5, find out the text connect to the whole picture. Anchor 6, perspective points. Anchor 7, all for one. Anchor 8, prove your case. Anchor 9, compare and contrast. And Anchor 10, understanding in a timely manner.
Good job. Let's give that table a hand. Okay, table 2. Okay, good.
Anchor 1, argue your point. Anchor 2, get organized. Anchor 3, tell a story. Anchor 4, think about your audience. Anchor 5, try again. Anchor 6, technology utilization. Anchor 7, research to understand. Anchor 8, validate your answers. And Anchor 9, state your facts.
Good job, good job.
Anchor 1, express ideas and diverse conversations. Anchor 2, see it, hear it, tell what it's worth. Anchor 3, judge the speaker's reasoning. Anchor 4, share thoughts appropriately and coherently. Anchor 5, show understanding of data. Anchor 6, say it properly.
Good job.
Okay, Anchor 1, grammar usage. Anchor 2, capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. Anchor 3, context, meaning, comprehension, or style. Anchor 4, determine meaning of words. Anchor 5, figurative language, word relations, and nuances. Anchor 6, gathering vocabulary knowledge.
This is just a fun activity just to get us engaged and just looking over the standards. You can actually use it in class. I've used it in class, like I said. And then AJ will give you the correct name. So he's going to go over all of them.
Well, most of you, yeah, and I'm not going to go over each one because most of the responses really correlated with the answer, so I'm going to probably give you one or two in each category. But I will tell you this, and as I walked around to the tables, what we try to stress in our preparation for the training is don't be overwhelmed. Don't be overwhelmed by the standards, because a lot of times the standards are fearful if you just see them because they're heavy academic language. But like I was telling the tables that I spoke with, is try to make it easy for you to understand and easy for the student to understand, because delineate, I'm not that smart, I couldn't tell you what that meant, but if you tell me, okay, let's persuade and all those large words, just talk to them in the language that they understand, because the process that we're going through now is called unpacking the standards, and you can't really understand the standards the way they're written. They have to be unpacked for you to truly understand them. So this process is really the basis of understanding standards. You have to unpack them so you can understand them as well as the student can understand them, because otherwise, you know, I'm not a genius. I just happen to get a job as an adult education director. So. All right. So for anchor standards in reading, for number 1, CCR Anchor Standard 1, closed reading and evidence, and I think we covered that one. Anchor Standard 2, development of central ideas, and Anchor 3 was interactions. So for writing, Anchor Standards 1, building an argument. Anchor Standard 2, informative explanatory writing. Anchor 3, narrative and sequential writing. And again, we wouldn't say that to a student. We know we wouldn't say narrative and sequential writing. We'll say write us a story and tell us the order that it worked. So use the words that they use. Speaking and listening, CCR standards, Anchor Standard 1, nickname would be collaboration. Anchor Standard 2, integrating and evaluating diverse media and formats. What'd you see on TV? What'd you see in the magazine? Anchor Standard 3, evaluating speaker's point of view, reasoning, and use of evidence and rhetoric. Point of view and reasoning would be the nickname. What did you get from what the speaker said? What were they talking about? So use common terms that the student will understand, and also as instructors, you also need to make them comfortable for you so you can communicate that to the student.
Okay, so that is it for this activity. So just to sum up one more time, one person tell me what are the standards? Just a framework, and I heard it from here, right? Just a framework. You already doing, already utilizing it. We just need for you to document, basically. So now this starts the break. You can snap our head, you can go out and smile and do all of that. So take how long? A 10-minute break. It may take a little longer because it's only one restroom.